Hello United fans, welcome back to United Updates. Let's begin with Marcus Rashford because this story continues to dominate headlines across Europe. According to reports, Rashford has rejected the opportunity to join Tottenham Hotspur, despite Spurs showing interest in securing his services. Instead, the Manchester United Academy graduate reportedly remains fully focused on sealing a move abroad. That decision tells us plenty about where the England international sees the next chapter of his career. It appears he still believes a fresh challenge outside England would be the best environment to rediscover his very best football. Barcelona failed to complete a permanent move, yet several major European clubs continue monitoring his situation very closely. Manchester United are still believed to value Rashford at around £40 million, and that price could attract serious interest from clubs across Spain, Italy, Germany, and even France. From my perspective, Rashford rejecting Tottenham makes complete sense. Moving to another Premier League rival would bring enormous pressure and endless comparisons every single weekend. By moving abroad, he would have the opportunity to start with a clean slate, experience a different style of football, and perhaps rediscover the confidence that once made him one of Europe's most dangerous attackers. Sometimes a new environment is exactly what a player needs. United supporters will undoubtedly have mixed emotions because Rashford has given unforgettable moments to this football club, but perhaps both parties now need a fresh beginning. What do you think, Reds? Would you rather see Rashford stay and fight for his place, or is it finally the right time for both player and club to move in different directions? Which European club would suit him perfectly? Now comes the news that has shocked the Manchester United fanbase. Reports claim Manuel Ugarte has suffered a torn cruciate ligament following an MRI scan. If confirmed officially, this would represent one of the biggest setbacks imaginable for United's midfield. Cruciate ligament injuries are among the most serious in football, often keeping players out for many months. Losing a player with Ugarte's energy, aggression, defensive intelligence, and relentless work rate would leave a huge gap in the middle of the park. He has become one of those players supporters quickly appreciate because he never stops running, never gives up on loose balls, and constantly protects the defence. Let that sink in. If United are without him for such a lengthy period, recruitment plans may have to change immediately. That is exactly why reports now suggest Manchester United could rethink their pursuit of Matheus Fernandes. Instead of spending heavily on multiple midfielders, the club may decide to concentrate resources on signing one elite replacement capable of stepping into the squad immediately. Bournemouth midfielder Alex Scott has reportedly emerged as one of the leading alternatives should negotiations for Fernandes become too complicated. Scott is technically gifted, energetic, composed under pressure, and possesses enormous Premier League potential. He would represent a different midfield profile, but remains one of England's brightest young talents. Personally, I still admire Matheus Fernandes because of his all-round qualities, but Alex Scott would also be an exciting addition with years of development still ahead of him. If you had to choose only one, who are you picking? Matheus Fernandes or Alex Scott? Meanwhile, Manchester United's interest in Felix Nmecha continues gathering serious momentum. Reports from Germany indicate Christopher Vivell remains in direct contact with the player's representatives as negotiations intensify. Nmecha has quietly developed into one of the Bundesliga's most complete midfielders. He combines physical strength, composure in possession, tactical discipline, and excellent ball progression. Those are exactly the qualities Manchester United need if they want to dominate midfield battles consistently throughout the season. The fact that Vivell is personally involved suggests this is not merely another rumour, but a genuine recruitment project. Borussia Dortmund know they possess an outstanding footballer, so convincing them to sell will never be straightforward. However, if United truly believe Nmecha fits the long-term vision, they must continue pushing because he has all the attributes to thrive in English football. Can you imagine a midfield built around Nmecha alongside United's existing options? Would he become an instant starter at Old Trafford? Another fascinating story involves Aurelien Tchouameni. Reports claim Manchester United have overcome two significant obstacles in their pursuit of the Real Madrid midfielder, making a £70 million deal appear increasingly realistic. If there is genuine truth behind these reports, United supporters have every reason to become excited. Tchouameni is an outstanding defensive midfielder with elite positioning, exceptional physicality, calmness under pressure, and vast experience at the highest level. He has competed in the Champions League, represented France on the biggest international stages, and consistently demonstrated why he is regarded as one of Europe's finest midfield operators. Signing someone of that caliber would immediately transform United's midfield. Of course, convincing Real Madrid to part ways with such an important player remains an enormous challenge. But football has repeatedly shown us that surprising transfers can happen when circumstances change. Would you spend £70 million on Tchouameni if it meant solving United's midfield problems for years to come? Then we come to one of the most sensational stories of the day. Reports suggest Manchester United and Paris Saint-Germain are both monitoring the contract situation of Vinicius Junior following his spectacular performances at the World Cup. The rumours even mention the possibility of United preparing an astonishing €120 million bid. Unbelievable, but true, at least according to these reports. While this remains highly ambitious and undoubtedly difficult, it demonstrates the level of ambition being linked with Manchester United once again. Vinicius is among the world's most electrifying forwards. His pace, creativity, dribbling ability, and match-winning mentality make him one of football's genuine superstars. Realistically, completing such a deal would be incredibly complicated, but football fans have learned never to dismiss extraordinary transfer stories too quickly. If Manchester United somehow managed to sign Vinicius, where would that rank among the greatest transfers in Premier League history? Attention also turns towards Mason Mount after reports emerged claiming AC Milan have been offered the opportunity to sign the midfielder. Initial discussions are reportedly underway, and suggestions indicate Manchester United could even accept a fee below the previously mentioned valuation if negotiations progress positively. Mount's time at Old Trafford has unfortunately been disrupted by injuries and inconsistency, preventing supporters from seeing the player who once excelled in the Premier League. There is still obvious quality within him, but football moves quickly, and sometimes circumstances simply fail to work out. The big question now is whether United should remain patient or decide this summer represents the ideal opportunity to move him on. Personally, I still believe Mount possesses tremendous technical quality, but availability is one of football's most valuable qualities. If a player cannot consistently remain fit, difficult decisions eventually have to be made. Would you keep Mason Mount for another season, or would you accept a suitable offer from AC Milan? Finally, perhaps the biggest attacking rumour involves Julian Alvarez. Reports suggest Manchester United have made direct contact with the striker's representatives, despite his well-known admiration for Barcelona. Any move would reportedly require an extraordinary financial package, potentially reaching around €200 million. That alone illustrates just how highly Alvarez is valued. He is an exceptional striker capable of pressing relentlessly, linking play intelligently, and finishing with remarkable composure. Every elite club dreams of signing forwards with his qualities. Whether such a transfer is financially realistic remains another matter entirely, but it certainly demonstrates Manchester United's desire to continue exploring opportunities to strengthen the attack with genuine world-class talent. Overall, Reds, this transfer window feels like one of the most unpredictable in recent memory. Rashford's future remains unresolved. Ugarte's reported injury could dramatically alter recruitment priorities. Nmecha continues moving closer into focus. Tchouameni remains an exciting possibility. Vinicius Junior headlines sensational rumours. Mount faces uncertainty. And Julian Alvarez emerges as another ambitious target. The coming weeks could define Manchester United's entire season. Every decision matters, every negotiation matters, every signing matters, and every departure could reshape the squad. Now it's over to you, United supporters. Which story excites you the most? Which rumour do you believe will actually happen? Should Manchester United prioritise Tchouameni, Nmecha or Alex Scott? Should Rashford be sold this summer? Would you cash in on Mason Mount? And if you could sign only one world-class attacker, would you choose Vinicius Junior or Julian Alvarez? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to United Updates. Stay connected throughout this incredible transfer window, and we'll bring you every major Manchester United development as soon as it happens.